Pardon, it's not Friday. This is the 9th of September in this year 2021, and welcome to our edition of Good Morning Uganda Extra today. Just leaving it from where Ruben Chirango leaves it. We are now carrying on with our GME Extra, and of course we'll talk about a Myoga scheme and how we think this is intended to alleviate poverty in this country. But just remind you that COVID is still with us, and let's continue doing what we have always done, observing the SOPs. Let's sanitize, let's mask up, especially in public. Let's wash our hands with water and soap, and also try to keep a social and a physical distance. Remember that COVID kills, but yet again, it is our duty, all of us combined, to ensure that we keep COVID out of Uganda. Now from COVID, Rita is with us in studios here to talk about Myoga. Rita is the national coordinator for the Myoga scheme. You're very welcome, Rita.
Good morning, Ugandans. Thank you for watching UBC. My name is Namwenge Rita. I am the national coordinator of Myoga. And today we are going to talk about Myoga in the context of poverty eradication. I want us to understand that Uganda is a young country, and 68, right? Today is 69% of Ugandans are young people. And they're also getting this scourge, and they're getting into the vicious circle of poverty. Poverty is a situation where you cannot get the basics of life, that you don't enjoy your life, and you're living in the life of depression, you're living in a life where of an uncertainty of the next meal tomorrow. And Myoga is one of the programs that is one of the programs that government has put in place to make sure that the 68% living in subsistence. When we talk about subsistence, is those people living, earning from hand to mouth, transform their lives into a money economy. When we talk about money economy, is I have the cash to spend, to eat, but I also have cash to save. I also have cash to invest. And not just a money economy, but also productivity. Okay. That even when I'm producing, let there be a surplus for other people to get. So that is one, Myoga is one of the objectives. And it is specifically for the service industry of small and medium enterprises. SMEs, of people in the different enterprises. Now, Myoga is a blend, and it has solved most of the downfalls in other projects. Okay. And in Myoga, the strategy is for people doing the same job, or in the same enterprise, or in the same talent. So
are you saying the Myoga are different from the traditional circles that we've had?
Yes, because the traditional circles are omnibus. Okay. And in Luganda there is a saying that if you mix so many things, you get confused. Chitokota chisirira. You think on top it's boiling, down it's burning. So in Myoga, it's totally different, that it is people doing the same job or in the same enterprise. Why? It's because when you're doing the same job, your challenges are cross-cutting. Your capital is almost cross-cutting. Your needs are almost cross-cutting. You're tapping into the same market. So that if government wants to offer a service, it is offering a cross-cutting service that will fit the particular person. Okay. And then secondly, we need different capital. What a border wants is not what a produce dealer wants. It's not what a tailor wants. That is why in Myoga it is enterprise specific. Okay. And also in Myoga we grow enterprises. If it's omnibus, you want to grow a border, then at the same time you want to grow a tailor. When they are together, it's hard to get a common point. So in Myoga, it is enterprise specific. That when we are talking about issues concerning border, ranging from hygiene, from their safety for the job, from
So
trust.
it has to be predominantly border.
Borders.
You don't even just call it transport industry as it is.
Borders, because transport industry is cross-cutting.
That's cross-cutting.
But borders alone,
taxis alone,
bus
drivers,
special hires alone, and now for Kampala, like I told you in Emyoga, government is really committed to making sure that they transform the 68%. And for Kampala, we are piloting a new product, new myogas, of new enterprises that requested that they also be catered. Out of the colonial 18 that I'm going to read, I call them colonials because that's what we started with.
That's what you started with.
The borders, the women entrepreneurs, the carpenters, the saloon operators, the taxi operators, the restaurant operators, the welders, the market vendors, the youth leaders, the PWDs, persons with disabilities, the produce dealers, the mechanics, the tailors, the journalists like you people, performing artists, veterans, fishermen, and local elected leaders.
Those are the traditional.
Those are the traditional
18 groups
that have shown progress, because right now the key performing indicators have shown that the progress of Emyoga is at 78%.
Is that so?
Yes.
After how long?
After we are coming to a closure of 1 year in actual implementation. But when we add policy design, policy 2019, but the actual,
when you started dispersing money,
yes, when we started mobilizing, it is 1 year.
Okay.
So the key performance indicators are showing that it's good, because already we have more than 3 billion. More than 30 billion as savings from people.
Sure.
Yes.
30 billion shillings.
30 billion shillings. So that shows that we are at the infancy of this program. It shows that there are fruits. And then also the whistleblowing of people who want to divert or misuse money. That shows that there is a zeal and acceptability of community, that this time they don't want any diversion. That one is also a good indicator. And then also when you look at the rate at which people are joining Emyoga, we have more than 4 million Ugandans in this program of Emyoga, who are now associates across the country.
Okay.
4 million plus. Those indicators show that, it is good progress. Now, when you look at the modeling circles in this shortest period of time, it is good to go. The last time I was here, I was telling you that Kampala
had a problem.
Had the rate at which people were embracing the program, because there was politics, had issues. But nevertheless, even the few who joined the Emyoga are performing well. I want to just affirm to the public about these few, so that they go and see, because we don't want to come here and speak without evidence.
Then the next thing is we'll see in Parliament saying different things, because when Parliament invites you, did you tell Parliament what you're actually telling us on TV here?
For Parliament, they went and saw by themselves. And I want to thank Parliament and parliamentarians, both opposition and the ANRM, but the legislature of Uganda, that they went down there to see, because they were not believing. Really, is it this? And they came back, and it was broadcasted live here at UBC. All parliamentarians accepted that money is sent down to the people, and it has reached the accounts. So that is a plus. And they also accepted that even when the money was sent down to the individuals, there was some politics, that people misunderstood these resources. But with the sensitization that has gone on, and they also recommended
we were made to understand this is intended to benefit NRM supporters, because it came in times
when they were in Rukungiri, they found that there were opposition people in Rutungiri, and they were saying that inclining into politics, and maybe they joined because they wanted them to support NRM. But I'm telling every Ugandan that politics ended in Feb. Right now, it is
work.
It is back to normal.
It is work now.
It is work now.
No more politics.
So the parliamentarians also accepted that the way things are moving, the women entrepreneurs, the borders, the produce dealers, when we look at the seed capital given to them vis-a-vis the performance, they need addition. In fact, they recommended that those circles that have performed well should be added seed what? Capital. Then there were also issues, because I'll not only speak about the good side, there was also a bad side, whereby some people wanted to share the money.
The seed capital?
The seed capital.
Again?
Yes, people want themselves, beneficiaries, wanted to share the money and of course,
and dissolve the circle.
And dissolve the circle.
Share the money amongst themselves, dissolve the circle.
Share the money amongst themselves.
Did they do it?
And a few who did it, because remember, you don't share the whole group. A few individuals who did it, the other members who understood the objective of the Emyooga became the witnesses and whistleblowers. And they're in court. And for us as government, who have gone and said, we shall help you pursue, but the program should go on. And UMURA is coming in. That is Uganda Microfinance Regulatory Authority. It even sent its circulars to make sure that there is compliance. And where there is no compliance, especially where people's savings have been taken, government compensates as we pursue the defaulters.
You want to read to us a few of those successful ones? A
few of these successful circles.
Where are those? In Western Uganda, as Ruben says?
In Kampala.
They're in Kampala.
In Kampala, because
the last successful groups in Kampala?
Yes, they are. I'm going to just sample a few successful groups in Kampala.
And real ones, not politics.
Real ones, not politics. A few successful groups in Kampala, and I want to read them to people and give them the contact numbers to go and verify these circles, and also tell them that after reading them, they go and benchmark, but also tell them that we're still doing mobilization in Kampala. I'll begin with Lubaga South PWD Emyooga Circle. That is Lubaga South, people with disability, Emyooga Circle.
The PWDs are one of the traditional colonial
traditional Emyooga groups. Their office is in Biras Village, Natete, and their contact person, the number is 0754 712036.
What are those ones doing?
These people united, and they united and took a decision to jointly purchase a truck at their source of what? Income. And their truck makes a profit of 300,000 per week. And so far, the truck has brought in 1.9 million shillings, which has added to their savings. So for them, they went into asset financing and creating a job for all of them by making sure they...
So the PWD, they came together, they bought a truck, and the truck gets money for them. For 300,000 per week, which adds on to their saving in their circle.
In their circle.
Very good.
And I am going to Chitebi, fishermen, fishmongers.
That's also in Rubaga.
In Rubaga. They got 30 million and they are loaning to themselves, and it's also performing very well. Then we have Owino Market.
Those are now people who deal in fish in the market, not the ones on the lakes or in the lakes.
Not the one on the lakes.
Okay.
Then we have Owino Fish, Kafumbe Zone, Emyooga Circle. It is in Owino. And the circle has so far lent out to 80 members. The circle, each borrower has decided to bring rent of 500,000 or 1 million shillings. And they have agreed to purchase merchandise and go into agro-processing within the market. And they are doing well. The people who have borrowed the money are also returning the money. And the contact person is Kazibwe Ronald. They can visit. It is 0704 444 007. Then we have Owino Market Police Zone. They also got 30 million.
That's now in Central Kampala.
Yes.
Central.
And they are also doing well. But initially, we were struggling with members to save. And now they have embraced the program. Then we also have Luwafu Women Entrepreneurs Circle in Machindia. Their office is in Luwafu. The contact person is Mutoni. Their telephone number is 0776 094282. Then we also have Salama Boda Boda Emyoga Circle. It is Munyonyo Salama. They can visit. The contact person is Mutagubwa Arafat. The number is 0755-233-777. We can have much in the West Youth Leaders Circle. It is in Zambia Central. The contact person is Aruba. The number is 0702 61 84 52. Those are the few modeling circles. I have a list, but I decided to choose few on addition to the previous I read.
Okay.
And for Kampala, mobilization is still going on. And the minister for Kampala, Hajat Nisa Kabanda. And then the state minister,
Chofa.
Mr. Chofa, and then the state minister for microfinance, Haji Haruna Kasolo, embarked on a mobilization strategy, and they were launching and remobilizing these emyogas in Kampala. Each division, they went into the 5 divisions of Kampala, trying to mobilize people, to tell them, yes, politics ended, and right now it is work, and they should join this myoga. On top of that, on the phone calls and the requests we get from the field, there were additional myogas, specifically for Kampala. Like the traditional myogas were piloted in Kasanda and Chiboga. For these new myogas, we are now piloting from Kampala and Wakiso. And there are many. I'm just going to sample a few.
So how many more have you brought in?
18.
The bouncers.
The bouncers.
You're piloting in Kampala?
In Kampala. The bouncers. Who are bouncers? People who provide security in bars, in clubs, in people...
Stadium, social gatherings and stuff like that.
The bouncers. You make groups, because in Emyoga, membership is by group. For a circle, specifically only bouncers. So
people don't benefit from Emyoga as individuals? I don't get money as Jagenda Samakola?
No. Your association gets the money. Then they give you as a group. Why do we do groups? I'll come to that. But a quick one, I can take you through. In Emyoga, we are building a movement, or a cooperative movement, where we are inculcating a spirit of saving, but and also evaluating people's character. Because if you're taking people's savings, you must be trustworthy. If I'm also putting in my saving, I must be trustworthy not to change my savings in the savings book. Then there is also capacity. We are looking at what capacity does Ugandans have to make sure that they themselves do self-help to transform themselves by taking advantage of government. But at the same time, what capacity do we have to produce or in which quantities are we producing. Government goes ahead and makes policies of deterring importation of furniture. But what capacity as Uganda can we produce furniture?
If we chose not to bring furniture from Malaysia and China, how much furniture would we do for ourselves?
How much would we do for ourselves? Sure. But that capacity can only be based on how many people are producing in which parish, in which constituency, in which zone, so that we quantify to understand the capacity we are producing. Government is increasing taxes on importing those clothes we are putting on, including mine, because we are turned out to be a supermarket of China.
Somebody else.
So, but it is doing that. But what capacity do we have as tailors of Uganda to produce, to feed in the market? Then also conditions. Yes, if we study the cash flow of the savings we have, then we look at the taxation policy. Are the conditions favorable for these small and medium enterprises to produce? But it can only be done when you're in a myoga that government can track to see that, yes, it is supporting you worth enough to grow your enterprise, to improve on your household income. And you see that when the MPs went to evaluate, they used this principle of condition to say, no, the produce dealers, the amount of seed is small. At least let government increase. The women entrepreneurs. Then also the common sense. We are trying to, you know, I see people saying we are Commonwealth countries, but is wealth common to all of us?
Exactly. What
we talk about common sense.
What's Commonwealth?
But is somebody having that common sense to feel he's uncomfortable or she's uncomfortable in that situation of poverty? So we are trying to tell you, no. Look at this. If you're poor and Trajenda has money, Trajenda will be able to buy books, to buy uniform for the children. But because you're poor, you'll not be able. So your child will not excel because he doesn't have the tools to empower him or her study, yet government has UPE. You understand? So it is also helping us to understand the credit history of both people and us. Because we are talking about developing people. But you see that a person is relying on credit, gets from this bank, then goes to this one to get credit to pay this bank, then he gets from the other one. So he's moving atambulira mabanja all the time. But when we're in a myoga, we empower you, we teach you and inculcate a spirit of saving, we inculcate a skill of reducing expenditure, of growing your enterprise, of improving your business, of marketing your product. So it's a full package. And also doing a needs assessment. When we began this myoga, that is when we remembered that we are talking about East African community. We are talking about globalization. But it's only in Uganda where you find a person, a carpenter, still using a hammer and a nail to drill.
And we are preparing them for
remember, we are competing in space where there is already mechanization, and in a myoga, that is why there were two arms that government has even moved faster to construct industrial hubs. Not these normal industries, but to take these people, to get those skills, to use the machines, the heavy-duty machines, to produce, so that we understand. Like I was in Teso, there is a circle that was telling us that they bought these machines after learning, and they were producing 2 doors a week. 2 doors, metallic doors, a week. But right now, they don't have, you bring, because they have the machinery, what they only need is the materials, the raw materials. The chain will be so, it goes so fast. This does the bending, this one does the cutting, this one does, and the machines do them. So in a myoga, that is what we want to achieve. We want these small circles to be a source of credit to themselves, at the same time grow into small cottages for their own what? In the long run, we shall be saying that in Machinje, there is a small factory for the carpenters in this area. For example, I am talking about Kampala. When you go to Kavule, Makerere Kavule. Yes, you see people struggling to make furniture, good furniture, but they take long because they don't have the machinery. So we have a product of Emyooga and zoned workplaces for carpenters to join so that they have capital for the raw materials, but also purchase machines to make sure that their work is done in simplicity. The new Emyooga in Kampala, because I told you we are piloting, we have the chapati. The chapati, they call them the chapati makers.
Abasisiba chapati.
Abasisiba chapati.
So these are the new ones now, away from the traditional 18.
Yes.
So even the Abasisiba chapati have now
they are
come
going to get Emyooga money. Then we have the bouncers. Then we have the florist growers or farmers that are going to get in Emyooga. Then we have the loaders. The loaders, these people who load things on the trucks. Yes, these people you give that mbiguze wano njagala bitwala mu park to be loaded. Those carriers
from Chikubo to Arua Park.
They are also in Emyooga.
Okay.
Then we are also talking about the models.
These will be modeling.
Not the traditional modeling. The people who wake up in the morning and their asset is to look good.
And so?
So that as a source of revenue. But now we are telling you that
my floor manager is even laughing at
that. That is not sustainable.
Yes.
So we are telling you join Emyooga so that you develop a business idea. You can promote tourism.
Models?
Yes, modeling can promote tourism. So they are also in Emyooga. We are also talking about the people, the batezies, these small people who market people's products.
But they know where you can find anything in Kampala.
Yes.
You come to one shop, you can't find it here, then they will tell you, Mama tofa tula. Then they will go and get it for you, bring it or take you there.
Yes.
I know those ones.
So they are also in Emyooga. So we are responding. Then the quarry, the storing quarrying are also in Emyooga. So we are responding to the demand of the people according to how organized you are. And this shows how government is very committed to make sure that this Sustainable Development Goal 1 is achieved, and also making sure that there is transformation of the 68% of the people into into a money economy, and also to make sure that the Vision 2040 draws nearer than waiting for
2040. It doesn't have to be 2040.
It doesn't have to be
I got a concern here from somebody who said, how about mobile money agents?
Yes, mobile money operators, not the owners.
Not the owners.
Yes, they are also in the
But we talk about these little young boys and girls who do the vending.
Yes, they are also in Emyooga.
Okay.
Then also the bus park operators.
Bus operators.
Yes, they are also in Emyooga.
Because earlier on
they were
put in
not
taxis.
Yes, we only put taxis and special hire. But this time we had left out the truck operators, and then the bus operators. They are now in Emyooga. The sand miners.
Or you even got in the miners.
Yes, they have also been put in Emyooga, and the brick, the people who do bricklaying and brick burning.
Okay.
They have also
did you also consider what do they call them? The waiters and waitresses?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Those ones already in.
They are already
waiters
in
and waitresses,
Emyoga.
because those are different from the food vendors.
Yes, they're also in Emyoga.
Okay.
Yes.
That's important. Somebody called Pastor Joseph Sira Olowo, he talks about the ex-prisoners, those who come out of prisons. They're there for quite a number of years, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. They've come out of prison, they've served their sentences, they don't have a valid identity card, they have no permanent residences. But they're Ugandans, and they're back in society. We're reintegrating them into society. Joseph is just concerned about the former or ex-prisoners. Do you have them anywhere, or you hadn't thought about them?
Since we have talked about the models, and these are generating a business idea.
Okay.
I am going to relay this information to top management.
Okay.
So that we discuss it and
further.
And we see how we manage.
Okay.
Because, like I've told you, government is committed
Okay.
to making sure that whoever is interested, like I told you the last time I was here, in Emyoga, we are on principles of circles, voluntarism, self-help, self-governance,
You're not coercing anybody.
We're not coercing anybody. What we are doing is for us to sensitize, to change a mindset.
And you don't convert us to NRM.
We don't convert you to NRM.
You're not converting us to NRM. I come as UPC and you may name me there. I come as FDC and...
We don't convert you to NRM.
Okay.
But if it's the reason, maybe poverty, because I see people saying poverty is what makes me hate government, not knowing that poverty, you need to have a self-help. I see reasons. I've seen people transform their lives.
And government is responding to the poverty question.
Poverty question.
So
and maybe if it's solved
something.
and they join the ruling government, why not?
Okay. If you hate the government because of poverty and the government solves the poverty, then you can't hate them.
Yeah, you can't.
You definitely have to love them.
Yes,
when the poverty has gone away.
So it is a responsiveness of commitment of government serving its citizens and fulfilling the constitutional mandate of Article 99, Clause 3.
Okay.
Yes.
Some nameless, one nameless SMS here. Of course, it doesn't identify where it's coming from. The number, but no name. First of all, there's one here called Masereka George, rather Grigory Masereka. He's from Kasese and he's thanking you for the program. He's just thanking you for the program. Then somebody else talks about the bakers and the chefs. Bakers, I think those who do confectionery, have baking, those who bake cakes, I don't know. Somebody's just concerned here, I think. He's just asking about the bakers and the chefs. Well, but where do you do your chef
in the
work
restaurant?
From? Because that has the restaurant.
Which restaurant?
Yeah, the which restaurant? Yeah, exactly. Dennis Enamugongo. How can an organized church choir benefit from Emyoga? We have a functional savings scheme and operate a number of projects. We need your help. Dennis Enamugongo.
Church choir falls under performing artists.
Okay.
Yes.
So
they can form a performing artists circle.
Okay, that's important. Good morning, UBC. I am called Marie Fa Jr. and I am the Refugee Welfare Council Chairman 3 in Nachiva. I would like to request the presenter, what can we do as refugees that the Emyoga scheme be extended into our refugee camps so that we can also benefit the program from Nachivari, a refugee camp?
I have noted about it, but there was a special program, special welfare programs in refugee camps.
Okay.
That are
from
specifically
the OPM.
Yes, from OPM.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, that's okay. Thank you, Mr. Ch, and after your numbers here, we will have to forward them to the relevant officers. Thank you so much. This is from Musana. I've just got this number today. I am, well, a silent listener. Thank you very much. He's just got the number today. Thank you very much. Somebody here says, thank you so much, Mr. Moderator and Madam, for the program. Naye Madam, ngene semba bule bweture mwa basi di ozi, batu saba sente, kubibi ina byaffe ate nga tetuziina sente baziwa bagagga nze Musa Essembabule.
Musa, thank you so much. You're going to give me the number. Ngenda kukubira. Nkubiriza omulanga. And kanchogene mu Luganda kubanga akitadde mu Luganda. Nkubiriza omulanga nti myoga temulimu. Nti mpaako percentage olyoka okufuna sente zino sente zammwe.
Enoga nti soka tuletere sente zokuwandiisa kwati.
Certificate ya bwerere. Ne certificate okuva mu Ministry of Trade naye yaki ya bwerere okuregisteringa sako yammwe. Wandike ennamba eno mukwano. Okube ku nnamba eno eri toll free line tegenda kulya airtime yo eri 0 800 20M0M0M. Sembabule egwa mu Greater Masaka. Yagala kuwa n'ennamba ya coordinator wa Greater Masaka. Mukubire
ensonga eno
ogirope era nange ngenda mu enamba yo ngenda gijjaawo omukubire mu myoga tugezaako nnyo okola zero tolerance to corruption. Omwami owa Greater Masaka, coordinator wa Greater Masaka bamuyita Mutesasira Gonzaga. Omukubire omunnyonnyola ensonga yo omuntu yenna akusaba ssente tujja bakuwaata kubanga eno kisanje kuna mchezo. Enamba eri noti 788 306 308 0788 306 308.
Mutesasira Gonzaga.
That's for
Greater Masaka.
For Greater Masaka. Mukubire ajja kuyamba.
Okay. There's another one here for you. Good morning, Emyoga Money. This is for Philip Muhinda in Mbuya. What about newspaper vendors?
Newspaper vendors tebalimu. Tuina shoeshiners nagambye myoga mpya mingi.
Okay.
Tuina shoeshiners.
But you hadn't considered newspaper
vendors. We hadn't
vendors.
considered, and then also by referee of games and sports. Also there.
Okay.
So naye I've taken note of what? Newspaper
vendors.
Newspaper
abatunda amawulire.
Abatunda amawulire. Tujja kukituulamu tulabe engeri gy'okikwasa.
Mr. Jagenda,
maybe mu muwoga ate oguddako kubanga tukola mu
Thank you, Mr. Jagenda. Is it true his name is Awire from Bugerere Kayunga. Is it true that to get money from a myoga you have to first pay? For example, if you want 1 million, you have to pay 300,000 before you can get, and they deduct 82,000 shillings and you end up getting 608,000 shillings. Ngatoba do 7 million number. Somebody here is called Wile from
you also give me that number.
Bugerere. For Wile. Okay, that's okay. Thank you so much for the update and for updating the masses about that. But why is it that the Arua groups that have applied for the Myoga project are subjected to pay 200,000 shillings? That is entitled to open up an office, yet the program is supposed to be running according to where these groups are receiving the money and operating. Whilst still, there is no receipt given to us for the 200,000 shillings. Somebody is in Arua.
You'll also give me that number. Let me reply from Kayunga. Kayunga, for us in the loan policy which we discussed and agreed with you people of a myoga beneficiary, especially the leaders, is remember in a myoga there is no collateral. Your savings is the insurance, and the loan policy.
You don't bring titles.
You don't bring titles.
You don't bring color books.
Yes, and remember we're inculcating a spirit of saving.
Okay.
We say in a myoga that your saving, the maximum loan you can get in 3 times your saving. For example, if you have saved 300,000, you're mandated or obliged to get a maximum of 900 what? thousand. Now, or if you're treating the mandatory saving to be the amount of money they are asking from you, then the people sensitizing should change, maybe training, because the loan policy is your savings, the insurance, and you only get 3 times your what? Your saving. Then on the issue of the deduction of the 82,000, I am going to get your number and follow up to make sure, because deduction for what?
Deduction for what?
Because a loan, we teach you that a loan is not your money. A loan is money. You're
borrowing money.
But you're going to return.
It's another person's money.
That
you only use. Exactly.
You're going to return it.
To retain.
So you use it wisely. And then saving is your money that you are saving for a purpose, for future use. You guard it jealously because it's your money that is supposed to be used in investment. So you cannot recklessly give out 82,000
yes,
for the money you're going to pay back.
Okay.
So I am happy about this response. I am going to get you your number.
Okay.
And follow up.
Okay.
Arua also, I am going to get your number.
They pay 200,000 for an office.
An office.
And they don't get receipts for that.
Arua, I am, in fact, thank God you've called me, because my next tour
is in Arua.
Was in northern Uganda.
Okay, so as you go to northern Uganda,
I'll visit your
Joshua,
group
Guma Joshua in Imbarara has actually asked a very pertinent question, and I think this is where he started from, but you just need to get to it, and I think you say it last. I would like to know, when is the organized group eligible to be recognized as Omoga, and how many people are required to be in a circle, and do they have to first collect their own money in order to benefit from Emyoga? I think that's very pertinent, and that's the crux of it. Just want to run them through very quickly because our time is running out. Somebody says, but I think the program will stop in towns. I am Caleb in Mubende. You think the program will stop in towns? Caleb in Mubende, I think, is in Mubende, the rural Mubende, and is worried. You might stop in Mubende town.
For the new Emyogas, for the old
I think for everything. He's just worried.
Mubende is even performed. I have some modeling circles in Mubende.
But I think he's talking about the rural.
Maybe the new one.
The rural Mubende. Because he thinks you may be in Mubende town. He thinks you might end in towns and you don't go to the villages. I also in the villages. Do the Myogas get the villages?
Myoga is per constituency. Mbende has a municipality.
Oh, okay.
And it also has the rural
you've answered it. Yes. Myoga is per constituency.
Per constituency.
So Caleb needs to know which constituency he actually comes from.
And which parish he comes from.
Very good.
And which enterprise is in.
Very good. Can you also have the number for the northern coordinator, please?
Yes.
You are going to northern Uganda, but somebody wants to have the number for, like you should forget Masaka. Good morning, UBC. Thank you so much for the program. I'm called Lillian. I would like to know how one would apply for a Myoga money. Well, I think that's what you've just explained now. The message had come in before that. Somebody sends a voice note. We can't listen to your voice here. We've lost it. Hello, thank you so much for the show. Here in Kanungu, the CDOs stop us from forming new Myoga associations. Is that true? And if yes, why? The CDOs are telling them, Biagwa, Temuandi Sayumyoga Mirala, and they say this in Ruchiga. They don't want them to join, to form new Myogas, and they want to know why they're being stopped. What is the Myoga marketing strategy? That's not now. That's for not now. We don't have time to discuss the strategy. Teacher Fred Ojandu from Buziga Hill, Makindye, he's a private teacher. Do private teacher circles also qualify for a Myoga? Let's
begin with that last one.
Yes.
Private teachers circle was part of a Myoga, but through your
teachers
unions. You advocated,
I think it's called Kupsta.
Yes, and requested that the Ministry of Education better understands you people
as teachers.
And your money was transferred to Ministry.
They have an organization called Kupsta.
Yes.
Of Kaboyo.
So your money went to Ministry of Education, and you moved out of the 18 MO.
So they're being handled by education.
By education.
Okay.
Then for the person from Barara, in Emyoga, we said. You formulate a group, pay membership and subscription to yourselves before even government gives you money. So you first begin by self-help by yourself. 2, we inculcate a spirit of saving and saving for a purpose. So saving, even before government gives you the seed capital, you must be doing saving, because we appraise you whether you've understood savings, and you must do saving. Then on the issue of the CDO, refusing people to formulate new emyogas. Yes, outside Kampala, we were doing what we call appraisal and audit. You cannot just allow people to continue coming, when you have not appraised, understood whether these people are doing the wrong thing or the right thing. We're doing audit. The board chair first did a tour in northern Uganda. The minister for cooperatives did eastern Uganda. Another minister did Buganda, which we call Mengo, and then there was another team in called Orenzori sub-region, but trying to do appraisal. Right now, in Toro sub-region, trainings are ongoing. After the appraisal and the progress, and also conclusively discussing the reports in Parliament, we are going to do remobilization of new groups on board, because like I told you, Emyoga, some people took it as a small thing, but the enrollment and the pressure we're having, we're going to have as many numbers as possible.
People coming in.
Then let me continue doing summary, because at times people join when the conversation has gone ahead.
Summarize and also summarize. Share the number for northern Uganda.
In Emyoga, please, people doing the same enterprises. Join together to form an association, which the minimum number is 7 and the maximum number is 30. You choose a management committee of 5. The chairperson, the vice chairperson, the publicity, the secretary, finance, and the finance. So when you choose that membership in the different parishes, then the different Moga associations join together to form a circle by buying shares in your own circle. The five management committees formulate a college to choose the board.
The circle is different from the associations.
The circle is an umbrella of the associations.
Okay.
And in operations, the associations are the branches for the circle, because we want people services nearer to the people. Instead of really moving all the time, going to the division head office or the constituency head office, you're doing
the
it in
operations
your
are in the associations.
Yes,
in the parishes.
In the parishes.
Okay.
So that is as simple as that in Emyoga. In all stages, the legal requirements are the numbers 7 to 30 at the parish. And the legal tool that shows that you've registered is the certificate from the CDO, which is for free. And before they give you a certificate at the CDO, they do an appraisal of a few things that are needed. Are the members in the group, did they pay membership and subscription to themselves? And is that money?
They tick boxes. And once you tick all those, then you qualify to get a certificate.
To get the certificate. Then at the circle level, MTIC, just Ministry of Trade and Cooperative, just does a spot check. Did these people, are these people doing the same enterprise? Yes. Are these people, have they paid shares? Have their association paid shares? Yes. Are they agreeing or practicing the principles of circles of voluntarism, self-governance, accountability, self-help, saving? Are they doing it? They say yes. So if it's that, they give you a certificate. And then other things continue. Open up your account, and we monitor you and give you the services. Is there anything I've forgotten? Just the number for Northern Uganda? The number for Northern Uganda is broad. We have West Nile, we have Acholi, we have Lango. So I'm going to give you 3 numbers. Or what we should do is you just give them the general number that they can call. The general number even after studios, they can follow you up to get those details. You can call on my own number, 0785. 409-756. You can also just walk into any microfinance zonal office. There's an office in Lira. Please visit them. they will give you this information.
Microfinance support center.
Support center.
Zonal offices.
Zonal office. In West Nile, there is also an office. In West Nile, please visit there and get this information. You don't need to come to head office of microfinance in Kampala.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I want to thank you so much, Rita, for having allowed to join us this morning. And there's so many concerns and questions here coming in on our WhatsApp number, which of course I'm going to share with you after here. That those that you can follow up. These people need your help. They need they need you to come to their rescue. We thank you so much. My name is Jagger. Next time we find time again, you'll come back here to again update us and appraise us on the progress of Emyoga. For God and my country, we'll return tomorrow with a Pan-African Friday as we get into the issues of the refugees. My name is Jagenda. Good morning and bye for today.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala.